So today's video, we have a viewer that's having a hard time connecting the inverter to the battery and showing the correct amp hours and battery percent. Now right now I have these two in parallel right here, and then I'm running a communication cable down there, but I only have these in parallel right here. I don't have them connected through the positive and negative going down there, so it's not recognizing the other three down there. It just recognizes these two that I have that are connected with the positive and the negative. In order for me to have it recognize all of them, I would have to have a positive cable come from here down to here, and a negative cable from here go down onto here. So there's different settings on the dip switches for the different types of EG4 batteries. This one is the latest one. It's the UL listed one, and it actually has 6 dip switches on there. So the first one is off, and then 2 through 6 is on. So that's the only way that you can get this to register. Now the second one down here that we have the position is on, and number 1 is on, 2 is off, and then the rest are on. So the first one is off, and then the second one, the first one is on, and number 2 is off. So, and you got to set it up that way. So when we go down in here, it's hard to see over here, but these are 4 dip switches down here, and these are 6 dip switches up here. So it gets a little complicated when you start doing that, but it'll work if you set it up right. Okay, so right here, if I disconnect this, if I disconnect that, you'll see what will happen. Oops. Here we go. Give it a second. And you'll get a 19 error code saying, basically, it's lost communication with the battery. And now if I plug this back in, as soon as I plug it back in, it disappears because it's got communication again. So the other thing in here is it shows you on page 52 of the user manual for the EG4 3000. It shows you for the EG4 LL battery that you're going to have on is on the bottom here, and on the EG4 LiFePO4, on is on the top. See if you can see that. So on the EG4 LiFePO4 battery, the on is on the top, and the EG4 LL battery, the on is on the bottom. So don't get those confused. So in order to have the first one, you have to have it a master. For this one, you're going to have 1, 2, 3 is on, 4 is off for the EG4 LL. For the LiFePO4, you're going to have all 4 of those off. And you're going to have to go to the program, the program settings here. And this is on page 35. So you're going to have to go to set the master battery to LIX in the LCD program. All other inverters should be set to default value AGM. So when I set these up on here, this one, when we go in here, let's go ahead and here show you. This one is set up as lithium ion, a number, oops. Let's get out of there. Let's go back. Okay. So go into number 5. And this one is set up as lithium ion 4. And if we come over to these, right here, and we go to setting number 5. See, that one is set to LI. It should be AGM, but I think I was having a problem. Let's turn these two on right there. And let's see here. See, this is LI2. So when I tried doing it, I tried setting it up like it said, putting it at AGM. When you go in here, I tried setting it up on there and it didn't work. So I actually had to go to LI. Oops. Get out of there. There we go. So it's on LI. For some reason, it shows up that way. So I tried doing it like I said. It says inverters should be set to default of AGM on all the other inverters. And when I did that, it really didn't want to take it. But for the EG4 batteries, set to LI4. If I try to set, that one's LI4. So and this one's in parallel with this one. If I try to set this one as LI4, I don't think it liked it. Yeah, see, it didn't like it. It has a fault over here. So on this, we have to put it back. Oops. Still doesn't like it. Trying to remember how I did this. There we go. I think, no. This one may have switched. No, it's LI4. Okay, so it's saying 26 is the code. There's the 19 on there. So okay, so you got to set it to AGM there, and that fault went away. So this is now, oh, this became the, there we go. Let's see. There we go. Now it's back to normal. Now that's set up normal and that's set up normal. So I guess it was when I went in here to the settings and went to number 5, it looks like you have to set it AGM. And when you do, when you set it, it's going to go to LI. And I believe all of these are going to go LI, yeah, LI and LI. So this one, and this one are all LI, and this master one is the only one that can be LI4. So that's one thing that you have to make sure that if you have any in parallel or whatever, the only one of them can be set up as LI4. So get out of there and see that. Get out of there, get out of there, get out of there. Okay. So I purposely turned my solar off because I needed to show you something else. Now, on this over here, So we're going to go to the EG4 LL battery. And like I said, on that one, 1, 2, and 3, because there's only 4 dip switches, are on and 4 is off. So if we go over here to the EG4 LL battery, we have it right here. Okay, on, turn this on. So we have 1, 2, 3. See if I can get a little more light. There we go. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3 is on, facing down, and 4 is up. Now, if we take this off of here, off of our battery, out of the RS45, and this has to be an RS45 on all the batteries you plug it in, and we put it in here on the RS45, it should recognize it, and sure enough, it does. It was 198 and 99%, and now it's 100 and 100%. So it recognizes that battery. So we can take it out of that, plug it back in there again. So now on the EG4 LiFePO4, all 4 dip switches, once again, it's only going to be 4 dip switches, all of them are going to be off. So that would be the EG4 battery. All of these dip switches are in the down position, which is off. And we've got a battery turned on, and if we plug it into RS45 cable, we should recognize it. So as soon as you take it out of there, so I have this. There we go, the 19 appears, the fault. And let's plug this in to the RS45 cable. Got that there. And it shows it at 99 and amp hours at 99 and percentage state of charge at 99%. So we have this one. It's the 6 dip switch. And then these are all 4. So we've got that one. Now we also have this one, which is a knockoff. And this is actually the EG4 LL version 1, I believe, knockoff of this. And once again, it has a RS45 cable. It also has another one next to it. You have to put it in this RS45. Don't put it in here, and don't put it in a battery communication. It has to go RS45, and it'll work. So let's take and unplug this. Okay, we got the 19 fault code that it's lost communication. And let's plug it in the RS45. And there we go. The 19 fault code is gone, and it's at 100%, 100 amp hours and 100% state of charge. So even on these knockoff ones that I have, it works. So you just have to set it up that the master battery has to be set like one of these ways. And like I said, on this one, on the newer one, you have, with the 6 dip switches, the master battery is 1 off, 2 through 6 on. And then the second battery is going to be, instead of 1 off, it's going to be 2 off. And if you go to the third battery, it would be 3 off, the other one's on. The fourth battery would be 4 off, the other one's on. Number 5 battery, 5 off, and all the other ones on. Number 6 battery would be 6 off, and all the other ones on. So you can go down. And with this, you can do 64 batteries with the 6 dip switches. And with these 4 dip switches, you can only go up to 16 batteries in parallel. You never want to put those in series, always in parallel. So anyways, we can take this back off of here, plug it back into the RS45, and we have communication again. So I want to turn the solar off on those. So what I don't want to do is when I'm moving that around to show you that, I don't want my batteries to all keep completely 100% charged. And then I say this is 100% charged and it's completely topped off. I don't want to plug that communication cable into that saying 98% or 90%. It's going to want to start charging this because it's communicating with the battery thinking it's this one, and it's going to want to charge it. Now the BMS is going to shut it down, should shut it down, but I always like to kind of discharge my batteries when I show this. So we have all these running. So when you go in to do your first one, it should be, like it said, back here. I'm trying to remember what page it was we were on back here. Let's see if I can find that. Where'd it go? Oh, there we are. Okay. So, and like I said, this is on page 35. This tells you how to set your master battery, and set master inverter battery type to LI, or in the LCD's gray in program 5. All other inverters should be set to value of AGM for the, so the master is LI whatever, and then either 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, and then the other inverters are set to AGM, and like they say there, the X is the battery communication protocol number. For EG4 batteries, it tells you set it to LI4. So you always want to set it to LI4 for anything that is an EG4 battery. Doesn't matter if it's a LiFePO4, EG4 LL, or even the knockoffs of the LiFePO or EG4s. Once again, these are EG4s. So just look on page 35 and page 52 when you're connecting these together. Like I said, here's on number 5 setting in your inverter, you have AGM flooded, user defined, L1, LI1, LI2, LI3, LI4, LI5, and it even tells you in there EG4 protocol is this one. So it tells you in LI1 that the standard communication protocol from the inverter supplier you should use for that. LI2 is customized protocol, LE3 is customized protocol, and LI5 is customized protocol. So hopefully you can try that and that will work. Let me know if that doesn't work. But you also need to make sure that when you mess with these dip switches, you need to turn the power off on them, reset it, and then turn the power back on for it to set. You can't just switch these and then with the power still on. You have to turn it off, set the dip switch, turn it on. Sometimes I even turn it back. I turn it on, turn it off again, and then turn it back on just to make sure it reset the switch. So hopefully that'll help you to get the communication, but you has to be RS485 on the on this side of the cord that they supply, and then going into the EG4 3000 watt inverter, it has to be this, and going into the RS45 up here on that. So if you're plugging it into this one, it's not going to work. Has to be RS45 on the inverter, and RS485 on the batteries, regardless of which EG4 battery it is. Anyways, hope that helps. Please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and hope you have a truly wonderful and extremely blessed day. See you in the next video.